Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine pouring months, months of strategic planning, maybe significant investment into marketing campaigns, everything geared towards the biggest sales events of the year. Then, suddenly, right in that make or break moment, boom, a massive website outage. On Cyber Monday?
Oh, yeah. Nightmare scenario.
Or shelves completely bare of the hottest new product. Or maybe a crippling security breach. These aren't just like minor inconveniences, are they?
Not at all.
They're urgent, all hands on deck, hair on fire kind of situations. They can derail an entire year's work for retailers and brands. So today, our mission is to take a real deep dive into how the Microsoft for Startups Pegasus program is directly tackling these critical pressure points. We're going to explore how they actually handpick and support these really innovative startups. The goal, helping businesses not just survive these intense challenges, but actually thrive by augmenting and accelerating their own in-house innovation.
What's fascinating here is really getting that retail success isn't this steady, linear climb. It just isn't. Instead, it's acutely defined by these intense high-stakes moments.
Diamonds, right.
Think of them as these concentrated bursts of opportunity,
Yeah.
you know, peak seasons, holidays. They disproportionately drive a huge percentage of annual revenue and grab consumer attention. So huge potential, but like you said, also significant risk.
Exactly. And these aren't just abstract ideas. We're talking specific calendar-driven events that are genuinely make or break. The winter holidays, right?
Yeah.
November through December.
Okay.
That's undeniably the biggest commercial period globally.
The big one.
And within that, you've got the Cyber 5, those 5 intense days, Thanksgiving to Cyber Monday. They consistently smash e-commerce records.
Every year.
Yeah. And that single holiday stretch, just those few days, accounts for nearly 1/5, 20% of the entire U.S. annual retail sales.
It's staggering when you put it like that. A fifth of the year's sales in less than a week.
It really is a massive amount of economic activity just crammed into a few weeks.
And it's not just winter, of course. You got back to school and back to college. That season, mainly July and August, is the second largest retail event.
Right. And it feels like it starts earlier every year.
It does. We're actually seeing that.
Yeah.
Driven partly by shifting school calendars, sure, but also, consumers planning ahead, maybe trying to find value with inflation being what it is.
Makes sense. Beyond those giants, you also have those reliable picks for gifts and experiences. Things like Mother's Day, Valentine's Day.
Yep, consistent surges in certain categories there.
Definitely. And we can't overlook Halloween. It's really transformed, hasn't it? It's become this massive cultural thing.
Huge. Costumes, decor, dot candy, lots of candy.
So much candy. But it also effectively kicks off that crucial Q4 traffic. So the strategic insight here seems pretty clear. It's not just about, having your website live on Cyber Monday.
No, it's way more than that.
It's about orchestrating everything year-round. Your inventory, your tech, your entire operational setup needs to be robustly ready for all these critical moments.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, okay, the opportunity during these spikes is immense. We get that. But the flip side, the potential for failure, these hair-on-fire challenges,
Sure.
It's equally, maybe even more immense. Let's talk about the serious cost of missing the moment.
Okay.
During these high-stakes times, platform outages are, they're a retailer's absolute worst nightmare.
I can only imagine.
Just picture Cyber Monday. Digital spend isn't just constant. It's flowing at millions of dollars per minute.
Millions per minute. Wow.
So an outage then doesn't just lose sales. It can literally wipe out months of marketing investment. All that hard-earned customer traffic, poof, gone, evaporated into thin air.
That's genuinely terrifying. All that effort, all that money to get people there, and then the door is just locked.
Exactly. But it's not just tech glitches.
Right. What else?
Then you get security incidents, things like sophisticated ransomware attacks. They can completely cripple fulfillment operations precisely when demand is peaking.
Right, when you need it most.
Exactly. Causing widespread disruption, not just to immediate sales, which is bad enough, but severely damaging customer trust and your brand reputation for the long haul.
That long-term damage is scary.
And let's not forget inventory missteps. This is sort of a double-edged sword.
So.
Empty shelves in your high-demand locations. That means huge lost sales right there. But at the same time, having overstock somewhere else leads to margin erosion because you're doing costly markdowns.
Ah, okay. So you lose money by not having it, or you lose money by having too much of it somewhere else.
Precisely. You're bleeding margin either way. It sounds like this incredibly delicate balancing act, constantly.
Yeah, it really does. Too much, too little, big trouble.
Exactly. And finally, supply chain delays. During these seasonal peaks, if delays happen, they can directly stop retailers from capturing that surging demand. If your much hyped products aren't physically where they need to be, exactly when they need to be there, well, you just can't make the sale.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. The critical insight, really, is that in retail, timing is strategy. It's everything. Missing the moment doesn't just mean lost sales for that day or week. It profoundly erodes customer trust, their lifetime value with your brand. It
Um,
impacts shareholder confidence. It can genuinely shift the competitive landscape.
Okay, so we've really laid out these intense challenges, these moments where things can go spectacularly right or terribly wrong, which brings us, I think, neatly to the core of the solution we wanted to discuss,
Yeah,
the Microsoft for Startups Pegasus Portfolio.
right.
Because these aren't just any startups, are they? They're specifically curated, selected to address these very seasonal execution puzzles, these urgent operational challenges we've been talking about. They're designed to help retailers and brands basically augment and accelerate their own innovation efforts, fill critical gaps, build that essential resilience. And here's where it gets really interesting, looking at some actual examples.
Indeed. Let's dive into a few of these specific Pegasus startups. See how they provide unique contributions, each tackling one of these pressing hair-on-fire challenges. Let's start with Modern. They focus on application modernization and stability.
Okay.
What they do is automate refactors, security patches, and framework upgrades across complex, often older, legacy code bases.
Okay, hold on. Could you quickly break down refactors for those of us maybe not deep in software engineering? What does that actually mean?
Absolutely. Good question. Think of refactoring like giving your existing software code a really deep spring cleaning and reorganization.
Okay.
You're making it more efficient, easier to understand, more robust, but crucially, you're not changing what it actually does from the outside for the user.
Hmm.
Modern automates this really tedious but critical work.
Ah, got it. So it's like tidying up the engine room without changing how the ship steers.
That's a great analogy. And means retailers aren't just patching things up reactively. They're fundamentally shifting away from costly tech debt towards proactive, more agile development. It lets them go into peak periods with resilient, cloud-ready platforms. Fewer technical bottlenecks, fewer nasty surprises when traffic suddenly spikes.
Which translates to being able to innovate faster year-round, not just scrambling during crunch time.
Exactly. Faster innovation cycles, more confidence.
So they're basically ensuring that digital foundation is rock solid, not just held together with tape, before the holiday storm hits. That seems vital when every minute of online revenue counts.
Absolutely vital. Now, shifting gears slightly. Cyber defense and recovery, hugely critical during these periods of heightened fraud and attacks.
Always a concern, but especially then.
Right, so we have B4 AI. They use behavioral AI to predict attacks before they even launch.
Before they launch. How?
They analyze subtle patterns, tiny signals in network traffic and user behavior, to identify and flag malicious activity that looks suspicious, even if it's a brand new attack method.
Okay, there are tons of security solutions out there, though. What makes this behavioral AI approach from before AI uniquely effective, say, against holiday fraudsters compared to more traditional methods?
That's a really good point. Traditional security often relies on looking for known signatures of past attacks or fixed rules. But fraudsters, as we know, are constantly evolving their tactics.
They don't stand still.
Not at all. Behavioral AI, like before AI uses, is much more dynamic. It learns what normal activity looks like for your specific environment. Then it can spot deviations, anomalies that indicate a new, previously unseen threat, often before it actually executes.
Ah, okay. So it's better at catching the unknown unknowns.
Precisely. And that's particularly powerful during peak shopping seasons, when fraudsters are most active, trying out novel approaches. It gives retailers crucial lead time to defend their e-commerce sites and protect customer data.
That really does sound like having a bit of a crystal ball, seeing attacks coming. But what happens if, despite the best defense, something still gets through, an attack succeeds?
Yeah, that's a crucial question. And that's where EON comes in. They've sort of reimagined cloud backup. If there is an outage, or say a successful ransomware attack, locks things down, EON offers instant search and restore capabilities.
Instant.
Well, near instant. The key is guaranteeing rapid recovery. When every minute of downtime during a peak event can cost millions, like we said, the ability to get back online in minutes, not hours or days, that's an existential difference.
Absolutely. It's not just revenue, it's customer confidence, too.
Exactly. It safeguards both.
So that seems like a pretty complete life cycle approach to cyber resilience. You're predicting attacks with before AI and ensuring rapid recovery with EON if needed.
It's aiming for that comprehensive coverage, yeah. Next up, let's talk inventory and merchandising optimization.
Yeah, sure.
Another huge source of those all hands on deck urgent moments.
Right, the empty shelves versus the overflowing stockroom problem.
Exactly. We have Udistry. They provide AI-powered inventory rebalancing.
Rebalancing, so moving stock around.
Precisely. What they do is use predictive analytics to figure out where demand is low and where it's high, and then facilitate moving products from the low-demand stores or warehouses to the high-demand ones.
Okay, I can immediately see the value there. It sounds like it directly tackles that dual problem we talked about, overstock in one place, stockouts in another. How effective is this for retailers during those really volatile seasonal surges?
It's incredibly impactful. Udistry has shown results like reducing unsold inventory by up to 50%.
50%.
Yeah, and cutting stockouts by 40%.
Yeah.
So this helps ensure shelves are actually stocked with what shoppers want right when they arrive, minimizing both those lost sales and the costly markdowns on stuff that didn't sell elsewhere. Think about back to school, where demand can shift so rapidly between regions, even different school districts. That kind of agility is just a game changer for meeting customer needs and maximizing revenue.
So it's not just about knowing what's selling, but actively making sure it's available physically where it's selling, almost in real time. That's incredibly powerful for efficiency and, yeah, customer satisfaction too. Nobody likes an empty shelf.
Nobody. Absolutely. Now, for supply chain visibility and efficiency, let's look at Augur. They provide what they call an agentic supply chain OS.
Agentic OS. What does that mean? Sounds advanced.
It is. And agentic OS isn't just a dashboard showing you data. Imagine more like an intelligent command center. It pulls together all that fragmented supply chain data from factory floors, shipping routes, warehouses, maybe even weather patterns.
All of it. Okay.
And then it doesn't just show you what's happening. It actually uses AI agents to suggest actions and even help execute them.
Okay, so give me an example. If a key shipment gets delayed by, say, a storm at sea.
Right. Augur's system could instantly see the potential ripple effect on store inventory for an upcoming promotion. Then it might suggest alternative actions, like expediting another shipment, rerouting stock from a different warehouse, or maybe even adjusting the promotion slightly based on projected availability.
Got it. So it turns all that scattered data into real-time visibility and actionable execution.
Exactly. It lets retailers respond much more quickly to disruptions, whether it's a port backlog, sudden labor issue, an unexpected demand surge for a specific item. They can reallocate inventory on the fly. And that kind of agility is absolutely critical when unexpected delays pop up right before a major shopping event. You need to react fast.
Yeah, that really feels like the difference between reacting slowly, maybe missing a whole sales window, versus proactively managing those disruptions and maybe salvaging the situation.
It can definitely be that stark. And finally, touching on product data and that crucial in-store experience, we have Harmonia.
Harmonia. Okay.
What they do is enrich product catalogs with consumer-centric attributes. They use AI to understand not just what a product is, but how consumers perceive it, what needs it fulfills, what occasion it's for.
What does consumer-centric attributes mean in practice? Like, how does that help a retailer prep for the holiday season, for instance?
Okay, so instead of just basic descriptions like red shirt, cotton, size medium, Harmonia's AI might understand and tag that shirt with attributes like sustainable fashion, great gift for teens, suitable for casual office wear, vibrant color trend.
Ah, much richer context.
Exactly. And this leads to much faster, more informed decisions about seasonal assortments. What should we stock for the holidays based on emerging trends or gifting needs? It improves personalization and marketing, targeting the right people with the right product message. And ultimately, it helps create more compelling holiday promotions that actually resonate with shoppers because they speak to those deeper needs and contexts.
So it helps retailers quickly pick up on trends and cater to specific consumer desires, which must be paramount during those high-volume periods when everyone's looking for that perfect gift or item.
Absolutely. It connects the product data back to the why behind the purchase.
What a lineup. Seriously, it paints such a vivid picture. You see how these challenges that seem kind of separate, back-end tech stability, cybersecurity, inventory logistics, in-store experience, are all being addressed by these targeted, smart, really insightful solutions.
Yeah, they connect the dots.
It's clear these are practical, enterprise-ready innovations. They're designed specifically to ensure retailers don't miss the moment. They're really helping businesses augment and accelerate their own innovation to tackle those seasonal puzzles head-on. It feels like it gives them a significant edge.
And this raises, I think, an important question, maybe a final thought. Retailers who make these kinds of strategic investments, Modernizing their tech stack, hardening security, optimizing inventory, getting that real-time supply chain visibility. They gain so much more than just seasonal wins.
Right, it's not just about surviving Black Friday.
Not at all. They earn year-round resilience. It's about building a foundational capability, a stronger core, that pays dividends long after the holiday rush is over. It strengthens customer loyalty, improves operational efficiency continually.
So thinking about our listeners, what does this all mean for you? Considering the sheer intensity, the high stakes of these peak retail moments we've talked about, and these specific, potentially transformative innovations, what fundamental shift in mindset or maybe strategic investment could ensure your business isn't just prepared, but truly optimized for the moments that matter most? How can strategically augmenting your own in-house innovation with targeted startup solutions, maybe like the ones we discussed from the Pegasus program, how can that transform your operational efficiency, enhance customer trust, and really secure your competitive advantage way beyond just a single sales season? Something to think about.